Hello and welcome to another video and a bit of a new one, bit of a different one. I have got here a pair of new shoes that I'm very excited to test out. So let's see what is inside the box. Obviously it is an Adidas box, and no, it is not the Evos, not about to drop £400 on them. Here we have the Takumi Sen 8. So yeah, it's not like a new shoe. This shoe's been out for quite a while now, over a year. And there is an updated version of it, the Takumi Sen 9, but this is a good shoe to get at the moment because A, it's very similar to its successor, and because it's the model down, it's pretty cheap. So I got this for £89, and that was down from like 170, I think, at its retail price, which is pretty insane. I'll put some stats up on the screen here, but essentially what it is a racing flat designed for 5, 10K, and they say even half marathon races, which is interesting. Basically, this is a properly speedy shoe. It's got the Adidas Light Strike Pro foam in it here, and it's got the energy rods, which you can just see poking out through the bottom there. So it's really snappy, really responsive, and I'm excited to get it on my feet. I'm just going to go for a little run today where basically I'm just going to warm up, do a couple of faster reps of varying distances, not really a designated session, just like a try it out basically. Let's just get straight into testing it out. First steps in the Sen 8, and wow, first impressions are they're so light. Feels like I've hardly got anything on my feet. Obviously not even anywhere near fast paced yet, but already feeling good. Okay, so I've just done a couple of strides in these wonderful shoes, and wow, it's quite an experience. So obviously the jog warm up and everything was like, they didn't feel great, like they didn't feel bad, but they obviously didn't really give much back to you at all, and they felt like they wanted to push you. They felt it like, felt hard, not cushioned obviously because they're flats, but as soon as I started doing some strides, they really push you forwards. My legs are in pieces at the moment because of a session I did this week, so it's like hard to stop running in these. It's incredible, and they're really, really light and just really, really bouncy basically. So yeah, I'm having a lot of fun. I'm going to do a mini session now along this path here. That's a lamppost. I'm just going to go to 1, back to 2, back to 3, back, see when I get bored basically. That's the session, nice and easy. Yeah, let's test these out a bit more. Okay, there we go, little mini session done, and yeah, that was really fun actually. Whoa, these shoes, yeah, there's something else. I'll get home now, and yeah, then I'll talk you through how the shoes are and give you my initial thoughts. Okay, it's a few days on from that last clip, and the reason I didn't share my immediate thoughts afterwards was because I wanted to try it out on a track. So last night I went to the track and did a session in these shoes, and it was really, really, really good actually. So I'm going to give you my kind of final initial thoughts on this shoe. Okay, so first of all, it is super, super light. It just makes it feel like you've hardly got anything on your foot really. So yeah, upper, good lockdown, really, really light. This kind of mesh at the front. It's obviously October at the moment, so I'm not going to be trying it in very hot weather, so I don't know how it would fare in the heat, but I assume really, really well basically. Okay, going down to like the midsole and things, we've got this Light Strike Pro. First time having a shoe with Light Strike Pro in it, and it seems really, really nice. Like, it's pretty firm, but that's what you want from like a session shoe, I guess. You don't need like cushion, really, really comfortable cushioning. But there's still plenty of protection there. I feel like I could run a 10K in these fairly easily. The website actually says 5K to half marathon, and I feel like for a half marathon, it kind of maybe depends how quickly you're doing it. The obvious choice would be to go up to like the Adidas Pro 3, something like that, which is much more marathon, longer distance shoe. Next up, these energy rods. So you can just see in there, that is Adidas's answer to a carbon plate, and they're what give you that kind of really snappy, poppy feeling instead of a carbon plate that goes like through the whole shoe. These are just rods that are meant to help like mimic the shape of your foot, I guess, and the kind of the bends in your foot. The faster you run, the more you notice it. I was like warming up in it and I thought, nothing much going on here. And then as soon as I did some strides, you're pushed onto your toe. That roll off's really good, and you're just snapping. Like, it felt like my legs were almost turning too fast. Like it was incredible. And then the sole is this continental rubber. And it looks like it wouldn't be very grippy. I think anyone that doesn't really know about shoes and has seen this kind of sole would think, wow, that's really, really ungrippy. And yeah, it's meant to be, like, it's a road shoe and everything, so it's meant to be, it's not meant to have like massive lugs on it or anything, but this is really, really sticky. I've had absolutely zero grip problems. I haven't tried it in the wet yet. We'll have to see about like the durability of all this foam and everything, because you can just about see that it's getting a little bit red from the track. Only ran 2 sessions in it, so that's fine. I'm going to be keeping it really only for fast stuff and races. So those are my first impressions of this shoe. My final point, just want to say about price. So obviously this is the kind of previous version, because there's now a Takumi Sen 9, which by all accounts is basically the same shoe. Very, very similar. I got this from Start Fitness, which if you're in Newcastle, I'd highly recommend going to, because it's an incredible running shop and sports shop in general. And they currently have this for £89, which is partly why I got it. So that's down from like 170 or something, which is ridiculously good. I would not have bought it for £170, I guarantee. But £89 for this shoe, absolutely fantastic. Adidas is still selling it on their website for 170. If you're going to get it for 170, get the Takumi Sen 9, you might as well. But I reckon you can find it at a lower price in a lot of places. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching this review of this shoe. Don't get many new shoes often, so this isn't going to be a massively regular thing, but you know, it's good fun when I do have a new shoe, and a new shoe like this as well, which is incredible, and it'll definitely change my training a bit. And it's these kind of things that just make you want to go out and train as well. If your feet feel good and you feel fast, then it just makes you want to run more. So there you go. Takumi Sen 8, I would highly, highly recommend. Thanks for watching the video, and I will see you with another one very soon. Goodbye.